There's two kinds of music, country and Western. What do you want?
Keep those doggies rolling, rawhide.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, it's 3:30.
right.
I've been ready.
We've literally been doing this for the last 10 minutes.
This is comedy gold that you have missed. Were you at least recording?
Head them out, roll them up, rawhide.
For at least 6 minutes.
Because I'm a piece of garbage.
Yeah, good. Some of them makes it.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to, you know the name of the show?
Yeah. That checks
I
out.
hope so. Yeah, because you clicked on it. You know
With
that
Damon
checks
and
out.
Damon. All right.
And thank you. I can go home now.
So, hey, we got a lot to catch up to do. Here's, folks, I never do this, but I'm going to say this first. Ted, first you're going to take a drink of whatever you're drinking.
I'll put it down. What's up?
Tell me about grocery store aisles. Because I was told to put a note in here.
I didn't know we were going straight into that.
I want to know.
You're going straight for angry.
I'm going right
Ted.
to the well. I want to see what's going on. Because when you said add this to the notes, you're like, just say grocery store aisles. And I'm like, something bad's going to happen.
I'll tell you, I was in the parking lot of a grocery store when I told you to do that because I just come out. Here's the thing: I got to back up because this microphone isn't working the way it usually does. So I can't. If I move it out of the way, it might not come back down. It's doing the self levitating.
I got you. Yeah.
Get out of the aisle.
Yeah. Yeah. You backed up. I like how you did that. Yeah.
So tired of it.
Yeah.
If you need to find something, it's weird. If you need to find something on the right, park on the left. I get it. Park on the right, and he's looking on the left. Get out of the middle of the aisle.
Right.
If someone is behind you,
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
I'm so. And secondly,
Yeah.
and I know people. We know people that work high up in the local grocery business.
Oh, correct. Yes. Hey, we know people. Not that we're bragging, but we know people.
Do you know what doesn't fit? 3,000 displays in one aisle.
Oh, yeah.
Knock it off.
You mean like two middle caps? It's like, what are we stacking out?
How many cardboard displays of gravy do you? I get it's almost Thanksgiving, but get them out of the aisle.
Right.
I have so many people. Like, I went to the store. I just needed to get 4 things. It took 25 minutes because and
Yeah.
the guy from Pepsi had at least 17 pallets in four aisles.
Was he working on them at least? Or was he gone?
You can't work on 17 at once.
Right. Yeah. Leave him in the back, Chief.
He had one in the middle of the aisle I needed to go down. So I go down that way and I turn around and now there's someone walking slowly in front of me. So I'm slow balling.
Did you have a cart?
Yeah. I
Okay.
look behind. He's pissed at me because he can't get around me. I'm like, I can't go anywhere because this is the only path you have created, Mr. Saw.
Yeah.
This is Jigsaw here, and this guy's running.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it. It's the same like if you're on a sidewalk. Get over to the right. If you're in a group of 4, you can't walk 4 shoulder to shoulder. You got to walk. You got to walk crotch to butt. That's how it works.
Yeah. You can still have a conversation crotch to butt. You can do that.
And if you're the first one and you want to talk to the person in the fourth one, do a little dance to get in the back with them.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I totally
People
get
have places to be.
So here's the deal. Of course, you were very...
Get out of the aisle!
You were very, 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 very direct with... Put this in your notes and ask me about it. And I was like, this is going to... There's anger or rage here. I figured it out. I figured out something.
Up and around going 4 aisles.
Yeah.
Just so, you know what happened? I got out.
What were you buying?
I got back in the main aisle. That person who was walking slow 4 aisles away, now they're finally
in the main
at
aisle.
end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you've got to be kidding
Right.
me.
You're like, oh, it's you again. Cool.
Also, I decided I'm no longer saying I'm sorry anymore.
No.
I'm done.
I don't either.
Because no one even acknowledges it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, excuse me. Nothing.
Yeah.
They still look at me like they're pissed off because I was walking where I should be.
Yeah. Sorry for inconveniencing you for living. Yeah. Apologize.
Sorry that you saw me heading this entire way this whole time. Or I'm cutting the corner tight. Like I'm going from the right side of the main aisle to the right side of the aisle I'm going into.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's someone coming out on that side. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. We drive on the right side of the road.
Right, yeah.
If you're coming out on the left,
yeah.
Johnny English, go back home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, excuse me. And
Excuse me, Governor. Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
like, excuse
Governor.
me, and they look at me like I'm the dick. I'm like, you were the wrong side of the aisle.
Correct. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think 2 words. America.
America.
Move over. All right, we're gonna keep it clean.
What was I buying? Oh,
yeah. What were you buying that caused
someone
this
gave me
rage?
a list because they wanted to make some recipes for the week.
Okay. Were you gonna at least get to partake in these recipes?
Oh yeah. It was dinner for the family.
Okay. So
But I look at the list. I'm like, there's at least 2 people in this family that aren't going to eat this stuff. I'll let you guess who those are.
Right.
But
so it was not spaghetti.
yeah. So anyway, it gave me a list on the back of an envelope like it's 1984. I'm like, we have digital ways to send lists now. I don't know if you know that. So I'm walking around with, there's probably a bill that I can't just drop off.
Right, yeah.
Probably an unpaid bill.
Did you ever pay the water bill? You put my list on it, and I threw it away when I was done shopping.
Like a replacement credit card.
You got me.
You know
Yeah. You've been approved.
I'm walking.
Great.
And it's
So
it was produce, it was bakery, it was meat, it was dairy. I mean, I had to go the whole gamut of the store.
So I was going to say, what I don't like about doing that is I do want to preface the list first. Now, I have been so far removed from the grocery shopping game. I used to do it all years and years and years ago before we inducted a coupon queen into our house. And I was told that if I'm not going to give the coupons, I'm not going to go shopping. Well, I'm not going to go shopping then.
Yeah.
Okay? No worries. Okay? Because for me to pull out 82 pieces of paper to save a nickel, I'm not going to do that. All right? I'm just not going to do that.
Sir, I'd like to barter with you for 30 cents.
Correct. Yeah.
I'll give you this piece of paper.
By the way,
take off 30 cents.
By the way, I did not get to watch the Saturday Night Live where Nate Bargatze hosted, but I saw some skits and he was hysterical. But part of his stand-up, and I will not steal it, and I can't even paraphrase it, but when he did say, he talked about coupons, and he basically said, I don't give them either. And he goes, I hate to hand that to somebody and go, yeah, I don't have all the money for this toothpaste, but I've been saving up, and I got this much. And it's the night ways. Yeah. I don't like doing that. I hate doing that. And it's like, seriously, they keep scanning it. They scan it. When you're all done, they're like, you saved $1.75. Okay, I handed you 42 pieces of paper. Yeah. I saved $1.75. Oh, cool. I'm glad I cut all those out and drag them down here.
I will say the store I went to, I was instructed to pick up chicken breasts.
Okay.
If you use their digital coupon, it was 99 cents a pound.
No, that's solid.
Down from $8 a pound.
Yeah, it's solid.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I was like, what's wrong with this chicken? That's basically what I asked. Like,
right.
What is that? What's been done?
Is online chicken worse? What are we doing?
What's been done to this chicken?
Right, yeah.
But I don't have to put in a coupon. I just type in my phone number because it's connected to my app. I just say, yes, I would like that deal. I go to the thing, put in my phone number. It goes, oh, this guy.
Yeah.
He saved $7 on chicken, but we've sold his information to 300 companies in China.
Yeah, correct.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. Remember when you used to not give your number to buy batteries at Radio Shack? You done screwed up here, Jethro, because now we all have
Now,
it.
I don't know if you know this. It was not here, but across the country, it was election week.
Yeah.
So saving money on that chicken, I was personally texted by senators from North Carolina, governors from Virginia. Right. Like, I can totally change your race.
So, Ted, we know where you stand on chicken and fair chicken prices, but have you heard about my stance?
Have you heard about the governor's race in Virginia? No? Well, maybe. My sister lives there.
Is it a three-legged race? Are you guys tying yourselves together? What are we doing? I would tune in for that, But no, so I totally get it. I just never coupon, right? But what I was trying to go back to, I love how we just tangent. But what I was trying to go back to.
If you tried to sentence structure this, it'd be out of here.
Yeah, but in reality, what I like to do is I like to set my way through the store. So my list means I start here and I go this way.
Oh, yeah.
When you get handed all that stuff, it's like, okay, well, next on the list. Now, I always get nervous that I skip. I go, I'm going to get to the produce later. The next, what happens? You get sidetracked. If you're me, you see 27 people that you know, and you stop and have 45 conversations.
Well, yeah, I also like to prioritize. I like the middle aisles first, and I like to do the outside aisles first. I hate it when we would go to the store, we'd put a gallon of milk in the cart.
Yeah.
And then spend another 45 minutes walking around the store.
Right.
Because now it's like, hey, what's the deal on the warm milk?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like to do it.
Yeah. So you bought a gallon of bedtime milk. Yeah. Oh, because you like warm milk at bedtime. So there you go.
And then there's two different types of cheese. One cheese from the cheap aisles down at the end. The other cheese from the fancy aisles near the deli. And I'm like, all right, now you're splitting the cheese.
Right, yeah.
My brain won't do that.
Yeah.
You got to go get cheese all.
Yeah, cheese has to be in one spot. Yeah.
But it was like, how is every single aisle? I try to go down, and it's just like, oh, there's two people. Both of them, their combined age is 311.
Correct. Yeah.
And they're just slowly going down the middle.
Correct.
Middle of the, so I can't go down either side.
And the worst part is, I understand when there's kids that aren't, because I used to, I don't want to use this phrase, beat that into my kids, but I used to, all the time, I would say that, get out of the way, get out of the middle, get out of the way. Yeah. They don't do that now. When they're in the store, even for years, they're behind me. We walk single file if dad's pushing a cart or they're in front of me where I can see them, or they're in the cart, not anymore, but that's what we do. And it's like the kids across the way and it's like, I can't get past your family.
Right.
Could we let's pull everybody in, So, but I think it really came from the last 3 or 4 years where people just don't know how to act in public anymore too. I think it's gotten a lot worse where people this is my world. I live in this space. This is my space right now. It's like, that's cool, but it's a public space. So bring it in. I love your rage. I love your face turned so red when you backed up and you yelled into the ceiling tile.
I had to.
Which was awesome. But yeah, I'm really glad I brought up grocery store aisles. I really am.
I totally forgot. I mean, I remember everything that happened. I had forgotten.
You may have forgotten, but when I said it, you were like, now, first off, you're very excited to speak first. I get that. Okay.
Well, I really wasn't going to preface with grocery store aisles. But
right.
That's wasn't where I was starting.
No, but we're catching up. Yeah. We're catching up. So I've had my own traumatic experiences for a while. So just to catch up, Chuck's team's out of the playoffs. They lost their playoff game. Bummer. Dad doesn't get to see anymore. He had an infection in his leg. We got that better.
Dad did?
No, Chuck did. Oh, so that really sucks. But we spent 10 hours waiting in an emergency room to go from, where you walk in to back to a room. Well, in doing so, waiting the 10 hours to do that, okay, my wife sends me a message. She goes, hey, there's a bad accident on I-80. She goes, that may be the reason that you guys are waiting so long, okay? And I go, on I-80, I said, unless there were 1,200 people in that car, and I said to preface this, and they all smelled like weed, because that's what this whole waiting area smells like. I said, I don't think they're the same people that are here keeping me from getting in, you know? And she's just like, okay, I understand, you know? And I'm like, that was one accident. That stops traffic.
Yeah.
That may help me. That means the ambulance can't get here, which means I'm a higher priority, okay? Because I don't know if you checked, we don't have a gunshot wound to the face, okay? And I'm glad that we don't. But it was just funny. So we finally get in the room. They put him in. They put him on antibiotic. It took a while. He had to miss his last game, which really sucks. He wasn't on the field, but and they fought as good as they did. They just lost. So we're there Saturday. We're getting ready to check out. Like it's checkout time's 5:00, everybody, you know. But we're getting ready to be discharged. And so Chuck had taken a shower earlier that morning, right? And he's got the the private bathroom in his room or whatever. He comes out, he goes, oh! I hear him and I go, what's that? And he goes, reflexes, still got it. Because you know how he gets he's like that. You know, he's like, still got it, not going to beat me. And I go, what do you mean?
It's one of the least things.
Yeah, it's one of the things you really don't like about my kid. Yeah. So I do like, by the way, just so everybody knows, not to say Ted doesn't care. Ted sent me a wonderful text that said, hey, just so you know.
I remember what I said.
Would you like to share it? Go ahead.
I said, as much as I had hoped you had died, is how much I hope Chuck pulls through.
Yeah. Yeah. And he goes, I hope that helps.
Yeah. And I hope that helps. You're like, you said, no, it doesn't. I hate you.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. I said, no, it doesn't. And I hate you. That was my response. And we left it.
Yeah.
So again,
that was it. We didn't need to talk about it anymore.
Yeah. But I found that to be, it was nice of him to think of my son, correct? It was very nice.
You knew that I thought the world of your son. Yeah. Because I really hoped you didn't come out of that hospital. And now we're going to get the emails again.
Right. Yeah.
I really don't like it when Ted talks. Dave is our family. I don't like when he talks about that.
Yeah.
That was very traumatic for us. We will all hurt. He lived, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, and those
we're past it.
And those are 3 of the 100. The other 97 are like, I know, we were in the same team.
This a-hole pulled through. I don't know why everyone's coming to me for it.
God doesn't listen to everybody's prayers. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's how it goes. But it's funny because he goes, you know how they have the automatic soap dispenser? He went in to shower and he set his clean clothes on the counter under the soap dispenser.
Oh my God.
Well, he heard it go, and he hurried up and snatched his clothes. So there's this huge glob of soap. And he goes, Dad, I'm still so fast. That's what he tells me. And he goes, that dispenser didn't get me. And he says it with like that disdain. Then he shuts the door. And I'm just like, okay. You know, I mean, he was better. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody reaching out too, and thank you very much. But it was really cool. And so my wife is there learning how to repack this wound, and then I'm going to end with this because we're off Chuck's leg, and again, it's been what's happened to me the most. She's learning how to repack this wound in his leg because they had to drain a thing, and he's got it. So they're showing her, and Marissa says, she goes before the doctor even gets in there, she goes, I don't remember what she said. She said something about, oh, well, don't they just have a medicine they can put in there? And I said, and I totally, you know how I always use the language properly. Yeah. I go, Miss, there's no anecdote for that. Okay. Now, here's the deal. You know me. If I say it wrong, who's going down with the ship? I'm on this, right?
Yeah.
So Nicole looks at me and goes, really? Now, I know what I did. I didn't do it on purpose. My brain said anecdote. And I looked at my wife and I go, yeah, you know, like a little interesting quip about how we could just fix this. I go, it doesn't exist, you know? And I rode that. I died on the sword. Okay. And I rode that for about the next 3 or 4 minutes while everybody talked mad crap to Dad about how stupid he was. And all Dad could do was be like, I know what I said. I meant what I said. I didn't mean what I said. Okay.
Yeah.
Never once did I mean.
But now you're like, see, this is a little story we all have now.
Yeah.
This is an anecdote.
This is an anecdote.
We didn't have one.
But
now we do.
Now we do. Now we do. So now I'm done with the anecdote on what happened to my son and what's happened to me. But there's one other thing that happened to me that I'm gonna just give you this sentence because this is what I wrote down. I know the whole story, but this is what I wrote down. I'm too obnoxious to adopt a dog. Does that check out just from the sentence?
I mean, you could have stopped at "I'm too obnoxious." I
could have filled in anything after that.
You don't need to
two, and it could have been like a Mad Libs. You could have filled in anything in that blank. Okay, which by the way, we might be due for another Mad Libs episode. That was very fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. But anyway, I know somebody who was looking to rehome their Russian Shepherd, 2-year-old female. I reached out.
Where was the shepherd going?
Yeah.
And why was it in such a hurry?
We thought possibly to my house. But anyway, so what's funny is I reach out, right? And I get no response for days. Well, first off, I see it keeps popping back up. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that. I got a response, but then I said, I have a couple questions. My list of questions was longer than my show notes when I do like 7 episodes.
Well, your show notes are pretty extensive too. So.
They are because
Wait, were these questions that you had or people that are like,
no question.
We need to question this guy.
Yeah. Listen, you guys want to know a lot about me. These are not questions about me. You know, what's Damon's favorite movie? Well, he really likes.
Here's approximately 180 episodes. Let's see if anyone gives you anything.
Do not give this guy a dog.
Yeah. Do not give this guy any living creature.
Do you understand how he feels about his current dog?
Yeah.
Let's not give him another one. Okay.
You might have people knocking about your kids.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah. Please get to 18. Please get to 18. They can't take you away when you're 18. So anyway, guy doesn't respond. I sent him the list, and he goes, yeah, send it to me. I sent him the list. Radio silence. 8 days. Read 14 seconds later. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm too obnoxious to save a dog. You know what I mean? From you taking it to a shelter. You know?
Hey, we're sorry, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? It looks like you're not going to make it.
I mean, there are fates worse than death.
Right.
This guy.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you. You're better off being homeless. Okay? I'm just going to let you know right now. So, but yeah, that was my only sentence I wrote down was, I'm too obnoxious to adopt a dog. That's how it made me feel. I was and then coincidentally, you know, when I got the return text, when I'm sitting in an emergency room with my son, hey, just got your list. Why don't you call me? I don't like texting. I was like, oh, it's not just me.
Wow. Bad time.
So yeah, I really thought that was a big thing. How about you? Anything else happen now that we're, 15 minutes in already? Anything else happen that's not rage and anger?
I went to New York City.
Yes, you did. I saw that. Hey, Back to the Future. Ooh, you're donning a new shirt. Yeah. I like what you got going on there.
Where we're going, we don't need drugs. Yeah, I saw Back to the Future, the musical.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know there was a musical. It wasn't until they made it one. But the highlight, the best part.
Yeah.
Well, besides, I had a great time. I love the musical. The DeLorean special effects are amazing. Right. They had to change their story a little bit because they couldn't. First off, I don't think you can go on stage anymore and talk about how you ripped off plutonium from terrorists. I think that's probably taken.
Right. Yeah.
So they had a little different thing that they had to figure out at the end.
Yeah.
But we walk out. I just turned to the right, and I was like, "Oh, hey, this is where we were." And we're doing that thing. We're like, "Hey, we've been here before." And there's some people standing there, and I look up and I'm like, "Oh, this is the stage door." And I didn't know people still did that. Like, just hung out. A couple minutes later, the guy that played Biff comes out. We're like, "Oh, cool, the actors." And then some other people come out, and the guy that played Marty came out, and I'm dressed as Marty McFly. And I was like, "Hey, man, don't be mad at me, but I stole your stuff." He's like, "I saw you from the stage." I was like, "This guy's outfit is killer." And I went, "We're best friends now."
Yeah. Do you want to
come do a podcast?
Do you want to be on a podcast? Is your name by any chance 2 syllables, 5 letters? We can just put it first.
It is.
What's his name?
Casey.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're in.
Oh, we could have been so close.
No, yeah, we're in. Yeah, but it was just like, because there were a couple times when I looked people on stage, they'd look down and they'd kind of like get like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy?
You know what's weird though?
That guy got down the stairs and fat real quick.
They probably think you're a plant. That like something's going to happen in the story and you're going to pop up out of the crowd. You know what I mean?
Well, there was a point. The last number, everyone comes out dressed as Marty McFly.
Oh, and you're like,
oh, and you're like, do I pop up? Is this where I go?
Yeah. Where am I?
Where's the stairs? How do I get up there?
Yeah. How do I get in there? Hey, one of your guys fell off the stage. Is he okay? He's sitting down there with a family. I don't even know what he's doing.
The best part is I look over, and my daughter at one point is on the edge of her seat, just like Totally into it.
So she's enjoying it.
And we went on the 21st of October. It's one of the 17 now declared Back to the Future days. Because every date that comes up on the time circuits, somehow Back to the Future fans have been like, oh, that's Back to the Future Day.
Right.
Right, exactly. Even I'm like, right.
Yeah.
But they put the movie, because it was a Saturday, they put the movie on the big screen.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, let's all go see that. So you two will have a mental refresher of what we're going to go see on stage.
So that was my question, if I may interject 1 second.
Yeah.
Knowing how much you're into it, like you know the whole movie backward, forward, all this stuff, how into it are your kids to the point where they understand and they know the dialogue, they could do some of it from memory?
I don't know if they could do that because they don't watch it with me. Right. But that's why I wanted to go.
Okay.
Because to be fair.
Just to refresh.
Yeah. To be fair, Tina was like, I'm glad we went to go see it because there's some things I didn't weren't fresh on. And I was like, that's why you acted like I was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why I suggested it.
Yeah.
Let's go, instead of me sitting, because I know if I would have put it on at home, they would have been walking around.
Oh, you got
they would have been getting up
on the phone. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So let's go to the theater and see it.
For sure.
But anyway, so she's on the edge of her seat, loving the whole thing, getting into it. And then on the flight home.
Which you're digging as a dad.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm like, yeah.
She gets it.
See, this is fun stuff. That's what I was talking about. On the flight home, I look over and she's got the soundtrack from the musical on her phone.
Oh,
and I was
come
just like,
on.
We've won.
That's a dad win.
Yeah.
That's a dad win.
I felt like pushing Tina right in the aisle.
I got to be honest with you.
Just, hey, you're out.
I almost want to go, where can they find us, Ted?
Yeah.
I don't know that we can top that. Yeah. I got goosebumps right now because that's a dad win.
Hey, that means I can go home.
Yeah.
Find us at that checks out.
Yeah. Listen, without being the one-up guy, because I'm not trying to do that, there's a dad win for me that I can't even talk about yet. But huge when I can talk about it without becoming the baby dad, I'm going to talk about it. But I get real choked up with my dad win. That right there, huge. Yeah, I got goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps right now.
It was just great because people are walking around just like they did like hey.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, the shirt
you win.
I have,
you win.
The shirt I have, that's my Marty McFly shirt.
Yeah.
They found dead stock about 10, 15, God, it could be 20 years ago now. We're old.
Yeah.
But some guy found the warehouse.
Late 40s. Yeah.
79. Some guy found the warehouse that the shirt that Michael J. Fox is wearing, this is from the same run.
Gotcha.
Like it's the same, clearly.
Yeah.
It's 4 sizes bigger, but
yeah,
it's the same. It's like literally.
They made tablecloths out of it too.
Yeah.
Ted has a tablecloth. It is what it is. It's all good. But
so other people are wearing costume shirts. I'm literally wearing the thing. So when people see it, like, wow, that's a really good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because it's the same shirt,
Same shirt. Yeah. Yeah. But
because that's what the guy was like when you look. I was like, because he stayed in there. And the guy we're across fencing because they don't want people to anymore. But we're having a chest high fence. He's looking at that real close. He's like, I saw them on the stage. I'm like, that's killer. I'm like, I know because that's where the same shirt you were, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me just interject. If you're not a dad, and that's cool if you're not, but if you're not a dad, you don't understand the fact that you love something as much as he loves this, and then to turn over and be like, "Whoo, are you kidding me?" That is, dude, huge dad win.
I didn't say, hey, by the way, did you know that there's a cast recording?
No. This was searched.
Yeah, this was independently done without any input at all.
Right. Yeah.
But it's out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, that looks like Marty and Doug. And I look down. I'm like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You said the thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You swell up, don't you? You swell up. Yeah. I get
If it had been our podcast, I would have been like, oh, that's cool. Let's maybe skip that episode. You can share that with all your friends.
Yeah.
Maybe you turn it off.
Yeah. Maybe don't go there. But very, very cool, brother. Very cool. No, I saw the New York trip. Yeah. It looked really cool.
And we went, and there was only one day where all of us were free at the same time because there was work things that had to be done and virtual working from the hotel room. But it was the first time I'd ever gone to the Statue of Liberty. And that was cool. That was really, and we walked through the Ellis Island and where the people had come over and everything. Yeah. And it was at one point they're like, there were 5,000 people in this room. I'm like, this room?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'd be like, where's the boat back, bro? Because I'm not going in that room.
There's 19 in here and I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like history. So that was really cool. I was because I'd seen it from afar and we went last time we went on a boat, not that far from it, but to actually go on the island.
But if you're all there, that's time to go.
Yeah.
That's time to go.
It was cool.
So, no, I'm glad you had a good time. And again, guys, this is the first time I'm hearing this too. That's why I said I'm excited. But that's a huge dad win.
Yeah.
That is you cannot be prouder. So I'm proud for you, and I still hate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do. So can we do a couple fun facts?
Sure.
Let's do a couple fun facts. We're gonna get some drops. We're gonna have to work on some drops.
This one will never leave.
No, that one's staying. Only because as we get bigger, we're going to eventually have to talk to. Maybe our new guy's going to be Rick Astley.
Well,
we need to.
Once we get bigger, we'll be sued for that.
Yeah, but we'll get to see him in court. We'll get to talk to him.
I think this is too short to be sued for.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that I didn't do that with blocks live right now. Yeah. They don't know that. How do they know?
Look,
shut up, Mac. Don't blow my cover. Okay.
We're gonna take all the filters off and we're gonna turn everything dun. See?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Dun.
Fun filters back on.
Yeah.
See, that's.
Do we have somebody else here?
Yeah, Jerry's in.
Hey, look at you. All right. Jerry's in the house. Yeah. So here's what we got. A couple fun facts. You ready? With music we don't own and we don't have anything funner.
Bring it.
Instead of using, this is so cool. Instead of using Once Upon a Time, many Korean folk tales begin with back when tigers used to smoke. Okay, this is not a joke. There's a picture of a tiger with a pipe in his mouth and like a Hefner smoking jacket. So imagine sitting down with your kids and going, once upon a time, oh, hold on, kids. Back when tigers used to smoke. Okay? Now, does that mean from like running, like they ran that fast? Does that mean like they were did they used to be highly flammable?
Back when Snoop wasn't just a Martha Stewart hang on.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Per pass.
Yeah. per pass. Yeah. Sounds like you have a stuttering problem. That's what it sounds like. So, again, I guess I kind of read that wrong when I said many Korean folk tales. Yeah.
Many Korean folk tales.
Yeah. So, it's not Korean folks, people. It's Korean folk tales. Let me go ahead. It's like Mac, by the way, an interesting anecdote, I'm using it properly. Mac texted about doing the last episode and this and that, and he's like, I don't remember what he said, but I realized I didn't pay him yet.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay? You caught that yourself.
Yeah, I caught it myself. Normally, now let me revisit where we used to be. We used to be, hey, pay me, you scumbag, okay? Or usually it wasn't even like scumbag, I'm cleaning it up, okay? Now, like he's going to break my legs. Now, let me tell you, either his stock's doing really good. We haven't talked to him about stocks, okay?
That's true.
Okay? Or he is stage hand jobbing the hell out of people. Okay, he's doing something.
He's got a brand new sign out front.
He does.
He's got front of the building sign money.
He does have front of the building sign money. Which, by the way, just let me point out. I hope we caught that live. We probably didn't. But my comment when I came in before I changed my clothes was, just so you know, the place down the hall, they got a piece of loose leaf paper. Told me how to get here easier than your sign.
But you already had to be in the parking lot for that.
I did.
His sign will get you right off of 30.
I did. But to be honest with you, once I came to the door, because you gotta remember, I'm an old man. What am I doing here? Oh, cool, I'm going to this store. You know, that's what I would do. So you're going to need to get some loose leaf paper. And Jerry, maybe you could make him a nice little sign on his loose leaf paper.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, I think that's what you need to do. And we're going to put that down. By the way, I've noticed the loose leaf paper curls up over time. Seems to be quite, it blows in the wind. It's almost like a flag. Yeah. It looks pretty cool on the front door. I think that's what we do.
Some flags made.
He was a little conservative on tape.
Yes, he was. What he did is he's like, I blew my whole budget here on printing a speaker
on this black and white print.
Yes, I did. So I'm gonna hold back on the tape because my tape budget is not there.
His nephew probably charged him for the flyer.
Yeah.
Didn't tell him he could get that speaker print for free.
Well, I tell you, back when tigers used to smoke, ink was a lot cheaper. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Back when tigers used to smoke.
Yo, when you do it in the old-timey voice, even better. Even better. All right, here's my next one. Steve Leach, a milkman, was doing his rounds when he saw a shop on fire. Doesn't say what kind of shop. He used 320 pints of milk to put out the fire, saving 7 other stores. He received an award. Now, I didn't know this was a real award. He received an award for, in quotes, Hero Milkman of the Millennium. Okay, now, who paid for that milk? Okay.
Also, I hope he just whipped it one bottle at a time.
Yeah.
Is that enough? Nope. How about that? Just see one guy just windmilling 1 quart bottles of milk into the fire.
They're like, Steve, look, we're going to give you an award and a title that's never been done to anybody. But here's the deal. Why are there 9 bottles over there? Well, it was already out. I still had a lot of rage. There's people in the middle of the aisles, and I started throwing milk that way.
Okay, so this one guy saw me throwing milk.
Yeah.
He was on fire and panicked.
He's running. You ever try hitting a moving target?
Yeah.
This is a milk jug. I'm not supposed to hit a moving target with milk jugs. But yeah, just, that's when you're like, Steve, now you are now the hero milkman of the millennium. Now, is there a hero milkman of another time frame? Is it only the millennium? So like nobody else can win ever again until the next millennium?
Yeah, that's a whole 1,000 years they're giving this guy.
That's what I'm saying. So how long do you hold this title?
If this would have been, 1997 or later, I'd be like, hey, you got it, man.
Right.
This is probably going to be the most heroic
Yeah.
Heroic thing.
That's a nice anecdote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your family's welcome to call me.
Yes.
Heroic thing for the next 3 years. You probably got it covered. We're saying that no one's going to throw even one more bottle at a bigger fire for the next 980 some years.
Right. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. The guy that beats this record, and here's the deal. He's not going to live that long. So you're going to have a hero milkman of the millennium who's dead. You're not even going to have a live spokesperson.
Couldn't it just been decade?
Decade would have been fine. You want to know why? Because then somebody in the next decade, they have something to shoot for.
I'm just going
to say. They have something to shoot for. Okay?
This guy can ride it for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then if he wants it again, he's got to prove himself again.
You want to know why you beat his record? You got to run up, holding the cow, squeezing the teat, and put out that fire. You're squeezing that cow like he is bagpipes, okay? And you are aiming everything at that fire. And you were like, give me another cow. That is how you take this title from Steve.
Let's see you do this, Steve.
You can't even hold this cow, let alone squeeze him like bagpipes.
Whipping bottles of milk anyone can do that, Steve.
Millennium my ass. That's how you beat this guy, okay? That is how you beat this guy. So, by the way, anybody wants to try that, that's my record. Half that record's mine. Okay, so I'm just letting you know now.
You get credit for the idea.
Yeah, there's gonna be somebody today starts a fire and goes, "I'm gonna start a fire and put it out with that cow."
So it'd be like Milkman of the Decade, based on adapted screenplay, as opposed to original screenplay, because you wrote the script.
Yeah. I know one thing: you're gonna take your daughter to the musical, and she's gonna download the soundtrack afterwards. All right? And that's going to be a proud Damon moment, not dad moment. Damon will be like, I did that.
Heroic Milkman of the Decade, the musical.
The musical? How would you sing? Then you get real bagpipes that look like cows, and you're just playing. It would be a Scottish musical.
I know no one else can see, but see how it says audio podcast, audio hype podcast. And picture like a flux capacitor here and a lightning bolt here.
Yeah.
And the number 88 here.
Yeah.
And there was something else over there. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
That's before the show.
Okay.
I get up to go to the bathroom during the middle of the show. The line is like literally to the moon. I come back down. Both of the people with me are like, "What do those have to do with it?" And it was a drink. It was a shirt. It was it intermission? This was a soda. This was a shirt. This was like a beer, and that was something else.
Oh my God.
And I was like, yeah, they're using the same font concept as before, but now they're telling you this is your time to go get drinks and souvenirs and merch.
Yeah.
I can't. They literally spent 10 minutes trying to figure out what a beer and a shirt
has to do with the play, with
Back
the
to the Future.
Okay. What if you started humming, "Let's all go to the lobby"? Would they understand?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Do we get it now?
I literally was like...
Yeah, do we get it now? Anybody understand now? Yeah.
It took me 10 seconds.
That is so awesome, though.
Yeah, they're just telling you this is your time. Stretch your legs, buy some stuff, take a dump. Whatever you want to do.
Right.
This is your time.
Yeah. It's your time.
I literally almost wanted to be like, is there any other seats? Yeah. I can't with this right now.
I'm out. We're not even doing it. I'm out. I said I'm out. We're out.
Where I'm going, I don't need roads. You understand? I'm out.
Okay. Here, I got another one. Another fun fact. All right. By the way, anybody starts squeezing a cow on a fire, I'm taking credit for that. All right. Yes. Okay. This is called, let's see here. Triboulet, a royal gesture for King Francis of France. Francis of France. Seems pretty redundant. Pretty redundant. Okay. He was sentenced to death for mocking the king and queen. First off, this sounds like something I would do. Okay. Yeah. And when I did it, I'd be so proud of me, like, huh? You guys see, huh? You guys see that?
Oh, look at me. I'm the king.
What was his last words? Huh? How'd he die? I don't even say it, huh? He was giving me an elbow. I don't know what he did. But it says, King Francis allowed him to choose his method of death, to which Triboulet responded, "I asked to die from old age." He was spared and banished. This guy, right now, I'm going to tell you right now, milkman of the millennium, okay?
He improv the poop out of that.
He did.
He
did.
Yes, that all the way.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I'm going to die. Cool. How you want to die? Ooh. Okay, I'm going to blow your mind. Okay. Are you ready? You ready for this? Then you know what happens when he goes, I can't believe that. Then we're I can't believe that. He just makes fun of the king again. So you want to know what's weird though? I bet you the king at one point in time leaned over and goes, look, that shit you said about me, totally unnecessary. That stuff about my wife, spot on, brother. Spot on.
Yeah, he did not Will Smith that.
No.
He's like, you put the queen's name in your mouth.
Right. Yeah. That stuff was really funny. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to kill you for what you said, but it was so good.
Yeah, he's like one of my favorite people in the comedy audience. That thing does happen.
Oh, my goodness.
I've heard that's happened to me.
Yeah.
That's why he's staying on stage.
That's why he says it. Right. You want to know the best?
You know what's not funny? Things that everyone can relate to.
Yeah. Hey, one time this happened to me. Anybody ever go skydiving?
One time a king asked me how I wanted to die.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to everyone else?
Yeah. So don't you hate it when the king asks you, hey, how do you want to die for making fun of me? Here's what I told him. It's like, that doesn't relate to anybody.
Don't you guys hate it when my mom makes us do that thing that's our family tradition?
Yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, come on. It's always the day after that. Yeah. But I found a lot of solace in the fact that I want to die. That takes a lot of courage. You already know you're dead. You already made fun of the guy. You're like, watch this. Hold my beer.
Just going to say, you said this about, hey, I'm going to go a little too far. They're going to kill you. Watch this.
Yeah. Well, if they're going to kill me, I'm going to earn it.
Yeah.
It's coming now.
What we weren't told is this guy was like the third guy that year.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I got a loophole.
Yeah, you know what this guy didn't...
I've seen what happened to the last two guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what's weird? Nobody asked to die from old age. Yeah. It's like, I think he might give me that. I'm not sure, But then here's the thing. So they spared him, and then they're like, listen, he's just... Because if you get that...
It's like, you can die from old age. We're sending you to Belgium.
But you need to leave, okay?
No.
You know where you can't die from old age? Right here, okay? Anywhere else but here.
Hey, yeah. You can die of old age, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. I don't know where you're going to die, but you can't die here. Yeah, you got to go. All right, so here's another fun fact. This one is amazingly ridiculous because of the level they took it to. Women are traditionally banned from entering a sumo ring, okay? It is so strictly followed that in 2018, when a female nurse and two other women entered the ring to perform CPR on the city's mayor, who collapsed mid-speech from a brain hemorrhage, they were told to leave. Okay, here's the deal. They didn't want that mayor to live, okay? Yeah. They could have easily said, we'll overlook that 9,000 years of tradition to maybe save the guy that's in charge of everything.
We have rules.
Don't touch him. Yeah, he's not supposed to be out. They just slide him out of the way.
But I don't get, why did just, like...
Pull him out of the ring!
I'm just going to say, a sumo ring is not that big. Why did someone just be like, hey, real quick, let's just pull him to 15 feet.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah. You want to know what happens to me when I don't want to be in a sumo ring going against the guy in the sumo ring? I just got a sumo ring. They couldn't. How fat are these guys? They can't drag them out of the ring. They got other sumo guys there. Yeah. Drag them.
Yeah, couldn't one of the sumo guys just push him out?
I'm assuming the mayor, excuse me, it's something in here. And we pause for station identification.
That Checks Out has been brought to you by TCO Productions.
By Jerry's Artwork, which will be on a door soon next to Audio High Podcasting.
Still a piece of garbage.
So, by the way,
you missed that.
That is going to be a drop. It's going to be a drop.
I'm sorry.
I realized I said that. About Damon.
I realized I said that. Jerry's like, what? You weren't here for that.
What did I do, Ted?
Hey, is there a doctor in the house?
A male? A male doctor?
Not you.
Yeah. That's 7 females raise their hand. Okay, is there another doctor in the house?
Let me rephrase.
Okay.
Is there a doctor in the house that can come in this circle?
Is there any men married to a doctor in the house that might want to come in the ring and take orders from their wife? Tell us what to do?
Ooh, this guy's going to die.
The other thing, though, too, I hate to say it, brain hemorrhage. Yeah. What are you doing to save that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to wait for somebody else to get there.
This is weird. I was just watching a murder mystery from, it's a story set in the 1920s. They're in a plane.
Okay.
It's like, is there a doctor there? And the guy in the front's like, I'm a dentist, if that will help. But literally, they just looked at him and like, no.
Yeah. Right. If that'll help. No. Here's the deal. This cavity's not going to kill me. Okay.
You can clean the corpse's teeth for me.
Yeah. That guy, his teeth are going to be clean. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, but yeah, so that was my first question was why can't they just drag him out of the ring?
Right.
Okay. And the second question is there's seriously nobody there that can drag him out of the ring. Okay. Yeah. Those are my two questions. So, but yeah, imagine that too. They call for name. I assume they have ambulances over there, right? Whatever they do, they call for the care. They show up. It's two women pulling. They're like, damn it. This guy is going to die. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, but nobody liked this guy because he's laying there in the ring that they have help right there. And they're like, gotta get out of that ring.
Yeah.
You can't be in here.
Tradition.
Yeah. So remember that tradition that we all talk about. Don't you hate it when you go to a sumo wrestling fight and the guy dies in the ring because they won't let women in? And then you think the crowd's gonna go nuts over that? Yeah, I was there. No, that's not what happens. So anyway, those are my fun facts. 4 of them I think is enough because now I have a butt why. Jerry, you're back and I have a butt wiper. Okay? Butt why. And it starts with Florida Man. So we all know.
Oh, here we go.
Florida Man, and I didn't know this is what it's called.
Oh, you just put on the screen? Hi, I'm Damon.
Yeah.
It's time for the butt wiper.
But why? Don't I love the voice? So it says, shut up, Mac. I'm allowed to love the voice, okay?
Damon loves the voice.
I do. So Florida Man.
Now, if you ever get Chad Daniels on here, I won't be able to do it.
You won't.
Do the bear voice. They'll make it funny. Hi, Chad. Yeah. This is the voice.
Yeah.
Go back to like episode 20. You guys will figure out what we're talking about.
Yeah. So it says Florida Man, and this is what it's called, I guess. Dirts his hands. So he puts it on his hands. Dirts his hands with peanut butter and punches neighbors allergic to nuts. So
dirts is a verb?
Dirts is apparently a verb, but he dirts his hands with peanut butter.
I thought you were trying to like politely say he pooped his hands.
Yeah. Well, but here's the deal. Then he goes, I'm going to punch you in the face, but I know you're allergic to peanuts. How do I make this worse? Hold on a second. Yeah. Now, if you're the neighbor, are you standing by while the guy puts peanut butter on his hands? You're watching him lather up.
So, yeah, what if you went to Costco and got one of those really big jars of Skippy?
Yeah.
And went like, hey, I heard you have a kryptonite. Bam, just like real quick, just in the peanut butter.
So this is actually a meme I took a picture of because it's a real thing, and I did look at it. But you see underneath where it has the devil, and it says,
"Yeah." Well, hey, I just want to say, huge fan.
Huge fan. Yeah, it's the devil. The devil comes up and is like, this guy really thought this stuff through. You know what I mean? But here's my thought. Who ordered the PB and P? Okay, so the bunch. It's like I had the PB and P right here.
This is terrible because I don't know. Like, did the guy make it? He's all right. He's fine.
I have no idea.
Okay,
I have no idea.
So
what if the guy punches like a girl?
It would have been funnier.
Yeah,
if he just would have taken a huge scoop of it and thrown it. Yeah. So it would have done that wet splort sound. Yeah. Like right.
And then just be there like, ooh.
That's the last sound you hear before you choke to death as your windpipe closes.
Well, the guy's yelling, no, and his mouth's wide open, right in the mouth. Oh, you just killed him.
Ooh, no, you can't go in there. Tradition.
You want to know what's weird? Now I'm going to start fighting people with a handful of shrimp. Do you have a shellfish allergy? I am going to punch you with this jumbo shrimp.
Just get a Batman utility belt filled with the most common, like, anaphylactic shock reaction allergies.
I tell you what I'll do.
This one has peanut butter. This one has tree nuts. This one has shrimp.
I was just going to say, I'm going to make my own hula skirt out of that stuff. So then if it all fails, I'm going to pull it off. You're not going to fight the naked guy. So I have like I have 100% covered.
What is that, a ninja star? No, it's 3 shrimp. Glued together. They got through the air as they fly.
I thought you were talking about when I pull the grass skirt off. They're like, what is that? You have a shrimp stuck there. Hold on. First off,
don't talk about my G.I. Joe.
Let's not be ignorant like that, all right? That was a skirt. It's cold. You don't know what I was doing before this.
It was in the pool.
It was in the pool, all right? They're like, you know, you got a shrimp stuck there. Okay, listen. Is it at least a jumbo shrimp? Where are we going here, all right? Is this one of them 9100 shrimps, or what is this one of those? This is one of the bigger ones. What are we doing? But no, to just be like, it's a PB and P. Okay, that's all it is. I'll have the PB and P right in the eye. So you got to know too.
I think PB and fist.
Yeah. First off, sounds way dirtier than, is that a shrimp? Okay, just letting you know. And by the way, if that's how you administer the PB, you are definitely going to die because that's the fastest way into your bloodstream. Anyway, continue, Ted.
How did Uncle Ronald die? He was fisted to death.
Yeah, he was fisted by.
Can you stop saying it that way? He was punched in the face with peanut butter.
And it was crunchy.
I don't know if that's any better.
Yeah, I don't know. I know what you're saying.
Trust me, when you're older, you'll find out that's way better.
Right. Google it. You Google it. You'll see. You'll see exactly what. Jerry, Google that, will you?
Yeah.
Google fisted with peanut butter. See what happens.
Turn off the filters.
We do not go incognito in this studio ever. You do it out in the open on his login. Just do it. Nobody likes the quitter.
So
Jerry, I will come out there with my shrimp skirt and we will go toe to toe right now.
I guarantee you, there is already a plumber van outside of this place 24/7.
Yeah.
All those white vans next door do not belong to that business.
Yeah. And how does that guy have trick-or-treaters? I think there's a law. I don't even know what he's doing. Anyway.
He's got a lot of satellite dishes for a rim place.
Yeah, so that was our but why. By the way, did you see the loose leaf on the door? How'd you get up here? Huh? You follow the loose leaf?
Yeah, it's kind of like a flag. It had one piece of tape on it.
Hey, Mac, if you really want to stand out, don't even use loose leaf. Use the spiral stuff. Rip it out and leave the spiral right on the side. Be like, this is a high quality production, what we're doing here. So, anyway.
Yeah, but tape to the bottom of his.
Yeah.
Not to the door.
You know what? Don't even tape. Staple it. Let it hang free off of his. That's all you do. You got a stapler. You're like, look, bro, I got a stapler. All right. We're going to do a strange story. All right.
Strange stories.
We have a drop for that. Thank you, Macaulay. Anyway, strange story. Nationwide emergency alert. You remember the nationwide emergency alert test everybody got at like 10 o'clock on a Tuesday or
the
whatever?
one that turned everyone that was vaccinated into zombies.
Yeah. By the way, how'd that work? Yeah, still. Anyway, here we are. Nationwide emergency alert test got Amish men in trouble for owning phones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that, I didn't think about that. I thought about the people in prison. They're like, oh. Yeah. Like suddenly all their burner phones are
because that, even if you had the ringer off, it still made a noise.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it pushed through.
Yeah, push through. So, yeah, you're sitting there in the chow line because you're keystering your cell phone, and it's like, why do we hear it's raining, men? Yeah. That's my ringtone. Give me a minute. Yeah,
but I forgot about the Amish.
Yeah, the Amish. So it says on October 4th, your phone went off loudly. As long as your phone was turned on, it wasn't completely disconnected from the network. You received an emergency alarm. Of course, we all did. Anyway, it says in some cases, it worked a bit too well. Enter the Amish. In case you're not aware, Amish are a traditional Christian church whose members seek to live without modern conveniences. We all know that, okay? That means no cars, no tractors, no electricity, and absolutely no cell phones.
That sounds like Gilligan's Island.
Right. Well, you know what's weird? Gilligan's Island, they probably made a cell phone. They called each other from their side of the island. They didn't figure out a way to get service off the island. But it says there's been some reports that Amish men have gotten themselves into hot water when the emergency alarm began sounding across multiple Amish farms. The men had acquired contraband cell phones. Now, contraband, I thought, was something in prison.
I think it's contraband to them. I think they literally went down.
I got you. They're not supposed to have it, so it's contraband. Okay. Because isn't that the meaning of the word? You're not supposed to have it, and you have it? I mean, that's kind of what it sums up to.
That makes it sound like they were, like, illegal.
Right.
Or stolen.
Right.
They just went and bought, like,
but it says
track phones.
Since the Amish don't really follow the news, the phone owners had no idea this was coming.
That's brilliant.
Think about it. That's true.
Yeah.
Because when's the last time you saw Ebenezer post on Facebook? Right. I don't think that's what happens. As a result, they've now been officially shunned by their communities. Dude, you got a beep and you got shunned. Are you kidding me right now?
Hey, so the guy from the guy that like made fun of the king and queen was they like, guys, if you're gonna get shunned, go big.
Go big. I don't understand what you're doing. By the way, is that a buggy parked outside the T-Mobile store over there? What are they doing? This says the most common method.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, they got a beep and they got shunned, but you know that they, right after the barn raising, they were looking at porn on the 3-inch by 2-inch screen.
Oh yeah, come on, yeah.
So it's not like they weren't breaking some other religious rules that they have.
Right? Yeah. But it says the most common way they get these is they ask ex-members of their community to get a phone. Well, so if he's already shunned, and he got shunned because he's got a phone, maybe you don't go, hey, you got a phone, guy? You can hook me up with that phone? Yeah. You know what's weird? You're going to be the guy that gives us to the next guy next because it's just going to keep going. And what is shunning really? Is that just like we have nothing to do with you? Is that really?
No, they're literally told to leave the community.
Oh, well, here's a headline. Here's the next headline.
So you got yourself shunned.
So I guess we'll find out. So the men are now shunned. What does that mean exactly, though? Shunning is one of the most serious punishments the Amish can dole out to a person. You'd love this. This is basically. Are they dead to me?
That you got it. You got it in one. You got it in one.
I can name this tune in 2 notes.
It is.
Yeah.
a full-on 100%
Dead to me.
dead to them. Not even like a joke, not a hey, next week we'll change the list again.
Yeah.
You no longer exist.
So I'm like a fancy Amish person.
Yes.
What I do in real life.
You pushed George out of the road. You took the hit. The photograph's going to disappear. You're erased from existence.
Really?
You were gone. Yeah. Go ahead.
What about if you have kids? They kick your whole family out?
Shunned.
No.
I feel like we could make this whole song. We do a little rap. You think, what about this? Shunned. But what about shunned?
It reminds me of Dave Chappelle. Fifth. That's what I think you're doing right now. I plead the fifth.
3, 4,
Yeah. Max, did you just say what? I know what you're going to Google later because you were going to watch this. You're going to watch it. So, but that's
But
what
I feel like that's
shunned. That's what we're going to get. That's what we're
that should be
getting.
a follow-up. Shun dads. We're the shun dads. Shun.
You know what's weird? Only shunned people can see it because it's going to be on social media.
Yeah, we don't care if the Amish see it or not.
Listen, we might get just as many views as our Amish with our Amish thing.
If we can get every shunned Amish to watch it, we'll probably be right in line.
I feel like we're there.
We're good.
I feel like we're there. Maybe we should also do part of it where we show the Amish how to keister a phone properly. Be like, all right, here's what you want to do. All right.
All right. So yeah, we had some people in the Cool Dads video. If you want to be in the Shun Dads video, this is the gateway to get there.
Start growing your beard now, okay? We're going to need beards.
Well, that's not the only thing they should start growing. Yeah. They should start growing their keister part.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to want to start making sure the phone fits because we don't have special effects, all right? This is going to happen, all right? We have a phone, boop, now we don't. That's what's going to happen, all right? There's no magic. Do-do-do. No, it just goes. Yeah. It's gone. So, it says varying rules. Amish people-focused community. Why do they ban cell phones? They believe modern technology makes life too easy. Okay, it probably does. But here's what's funny. In those communities, you know what else makes life easy? That diesel engine in your back room that runs everything off, and you still take your buggy down to the gas station, and you get diesel in your cans, and you bring it back. Okay.
Also, do they know the term mulligan?
Ooh, my bad.
Can I get a free one? Can I get a free one?
So how do you want to be shunned? Huh? As he does the third the phone falls out. You can't even keister a phone right. What are you doing? So, all right. So we already have a follow-up video now. We need to get Dan on the phone. All right. We're totally gonna do this. All right. We're gonna need a horse and buggy.
But what about shunned?
Yeah. What if I
shunned?
Shun.
Yeah, rapid fire. What if I shun?
Where can they shun us, Dad?
You can shut us to thatchecks.net or all the socials, but actually you can't. You can find us on all the socials on your keister phone at thatchecks.net. That Checks Out. WDT stands for With Damon and Ted. That Checks Out has been a TCO Productions, recorded for you at Audio High Podcasting Studio. Come on down, check out the new sign. You know where he is. Once you get in the building, you can't find it. There's no loose leaf.
No loose leaf. Yeah, it's
Thank
bad.
you for Jerry for moral support, Mac for running the board and everything else. We'll catch you next time. Shunned.
Shunned.
Get out of the aisle!